up, guys? Thanks so much for clicking on the video. My name is Leah, and let's recap and review Real Housewives of New York. This is season 14, episode, I want to say 7 or maybe 6. Either way, it'll be down below, but let's get into it. I'm going to go person by person. Let's start out with Uba. Uba's still sick with, the Rona. So Sai is catching her up about what went down at the party. She ends up letting her know that, like, girl, I left, won't no food. I was ready to go. We then have Jessel. Jessel ends up having a scene with her mother where she talks to her about finally telling her mom about her doing IVF to get her twins. It was an emotional scene, but the mom reacted very positively, which makes me feel like either it was a reenacted scene and they had already told Jessel's mom, or that Jessel's mom is more understanding than Jessel thought, and she was overthinking the whole entire situation, and she just worked herself up into a frenzy. But the mom was like, no, girl, like, I'm happy for you, like, we're good, like I got my grandkids. We then get on the topic of conversation about there was a scene that she did with Pavid where she wants to have another child. She would like a daughter. And Pavid is like, can we wait until our kids get older? Like, he really doesn't want any more kids, honestly. So now when he talks about Jessel wanting to have a baby because they still have eggs, like embryos, like Kenya, she's like, so are you and your mom gonna be able to handle it? Are you gonna be able to handle it? Because he's already voiced that, like, I don't want any other kids. Like, these 2 kids we got, they enough. They're all I need. Like, I'm good on you, bro. Like, I'm good on it. And she's like, no, but I want more kids. And he's just like, I don't know about it. But let's hope they can figure it out. Jenna, we have this scene where Jenna and Sai are like hanging out. I think Sai was supposed to help Jenna with, like, they're looking at models, and like, because I think they're doing like a campaign. Jenna tells us a little bit about her backstory, about her brother, where her nickname, he called her Genitals. That's because that's not her real name. Like, her Jenna's not her birth name. She has a different name, but he would call her Genitals. And I said, wow, siblings for you. But they had a moment. So then let's talk about Erin. So Erin and Abe, they open up the actual episode, and Abe actually tells Erin about the not really a confrontation, the conversation that he had with Jessel and Bryn. And she pretty much tells Erin, like, oh, Bryn was hitting on me. Like, she made a joke about, like, about us not really being married because we didn't say vows. And then, technically, like, when the divorce, like, if we ever get a divorce, I'm next. And Erin took it to heart. Like, it really rubbed Erin the wrong way. Like, she was like, what? She said, what now, at my engagement? And then she brings up her sister, who I swear it was thirsty, talking about, like, they were talking while we were doing our vows. So I guess that added insult to injury. But when they played back the scene of the sister talking to them about being too loud, it was loud in there, in the actual bank venue for the party. Like, it was already loud. And plus, y'all were taking too long. So she's like, oh, I got to have a conversation with her. It's like, Sai left, which was rude. Now you flirting with my man, talking about, like, if this doesn't work out, you want to be next. And like I said, y'all, in the last review, Bryn definitely crossed the line. It was like, there's 1 minute, like, you can be funny, but, like, she kept doing it. And it's like, okay, girl, you and Erin aren't friends like that. And it doesn't seem like you and Erin have, like, y'all are friends, but y'all don't have a friendship that's built on, like, any type of history. Because I know people who have friendships like that where the significant other jokes with their friends, but they have built that relationship. And also there's an understanding where people know that you're not going to try their husband or their wife or their girlfriend or boyfriend. With Bryn kind of gives you that air that she might be down to, like, she be somebody's mistress. I like Bryn, but Bryn gives that type of tease. She really does. So Erin is like, oh, we're gonna have to have a conversation because this ain't cute. This ain't cute. Abe was flattered by Bryn like making those comments because Bryn is attractive. She's attractive, and I think any guy would be like, oh my gosh, she feeling me. We then get this scene with Bryn and her ex-fiance Gideon, who's British. His accent is cute. We find out that like he proposed to Bryn even though they had been broken up for a couple of months while she was with another man. And she's like, I don't know why, girl, because you were still talking to him, Bryn. Like, what are you talking about? I think Bryn genuinely likes Gideon, but I think she's afraid of commitment because she doesn't like Bryn wants a family. Like, she wants to be a wife, she wants to have a husband, she wants to have the kids, she wants to build that type of family unit. But I also think she's afraid of the commitment because there seems to be nothing really wrong with Gordon. Is it Gordon or Gideon? No, I think it's Gordon. There seems to be nothing really wrong with him. And their chemistry, is it Gideon? No, I think it's Gordon. Y'all know it's Gideon. My bad, y'all. I call that man Gordon. It doesn't seem like anything's wrong with Gideon. It seems like he's a nice guy. She talked about that they were together for 5 years. She always felt like a princess. And it's like you have this person who seems to be perfect for you. Why is it not working? They're flirting, like the chemistry is there. She also talks about like she went to a psychic and the psychic said that she probably would have her first child when she turns 40 and that it'll be a boy. And she was like, could you think about like another girl being in this world? And he was like, yeah, I think that'd be great. She's like, no, only one of me is good. And she also talks about how he did a really beautiful proposal, playing a Walk 1,000 Miles like very beautifully, and then she was walking with the ring on her hand and she caught her reflection and it made her panic, so she ran away because she said at the time all I could see is little me with my fro and I just wasn't ready. And what it sounds like is like she afraid of commitment. It's like you want to be married, you want to have these kids, but you don't know what that looks like, which I hope Britt is in therapy. I do. I hope she's in therapy because it's like you have this guy who seems to be the total package, meaning that he seems very kind, very forthright, like he really cares about you, but you not trying to talk to him or trying to be with him. So honestly, like what's wrong with him and what's wrong with you? That's what I'm thinking. So the final scene we have is the girls going to like a reef party. And, you know, earlier in the episode, Jenna had told Sai that like, girl, Erin is not happy with you. And Sai is like, I don't care. And my thing about Sai is what she did was very hypocritical. Y'all were mad at Jenna for leaving the Hamptons. You are one of the main girls who was vocal about her leaving, saying like, why would you leave? Like that was rude. And then when you do it, it's like, oh, I don't care. And Sai is very flippant and I'm waiting for somebody to like check her. Okay. But she pretty much is like, I don't care. And I think Sai would have apologized had Erin not come into the reef party because they're sitting down making reefs. I'd have been annoyed because I think those types of reefs are ugly. But they're making reefs and Erin walks in. She's the last person to get there. And at first they're having like a casual conversation. And then they're talking about like, oh, what is everybody doing for Christmas? Like, what are you guys doing? And Erin talks about, I think her family's like going to Cabo or the Dominican Republic. And she was like, oh, sorry, you would have been able to meet family members that are going because it's like 5 families, but you left. And so then Sai is like, well, I was hungry. And what we find out is Sai is a vegan. And I think people forget, like, when you're a vegan, you have to eat a lot to sustain yourself because meat is very filling. Fruit and vegetables, not so much. And so she was like, I was hungry. And she was like, I came, I saw, and I left. And I was like, I didn't think you would be that bothered by it because you had other people to entertain. And Erin was like, well, you have bad manners. And when she said you have bad manners, I think that like it flipped the switch inside because then Sai was just like, okay, I don't care. It was like, I don't care about your feelings. It was very much like, I don't care. Like every time she, like Sai would, like Erin kept trying to like explain why she felt like what Sai did was so bad. And Sai was like, I don't care. I don't care. And I was like, yeah, girl, you came in too hot. Had she not come in too hot, like, I feel like they would have been able to come to like some understanding. But then I think Sai ends up like apologizing, but it was very like a half apology. But it was just kind of like, yeah, Erin, you doing a lot. So then Erin turns her attention to Bryn and pretty much tells Bryn, like, me and you are kind of like we're not good. Like, you was over there flirting with my husband. But I didn't like how everyone at the table was like, it's not that deep. It's Bryn. Bryn flirts with everybody. Just because y'all think it's not that deep doesn't mean that Erin can't be affected by it or feel offended by it. In my opinion, Bryn comes off desperate at times. Like, if Bryn was a man, we would all be creeped out by her. Cause it'd be like, girl, like, you'd be like, sit down somewhere. With Bryn, it's like, okay, it's cute because she's cute. She's a woman. She presents herself in a certain way. It's like, okay, it's palatable. But there is a tinge, like I said it before, Bryn reminds me of Sonia and Ramona. It's like when she gets around men that she likes, or she reeks of desperation. I don't know if she likes Abe. I don't think she does. But it's like, girl, to know that you're a flirt and then you flirt with my husband on the day of our vow renewal. And then it's like, yeah, girl, get away from my man. And if she didn't like it, she didn't like it. Like, Erin has the ability to be like, it's her right to be like, yeah, I wasn't comfortable. But then things took a left because Bryn was like, if you're going to accuse me of flirting with a married man, like, we going to have a problem. Like, you going to have to show me receipts. I was being funny because your event was boring. And when she said that, Erin said, okay, I see where we going. And she got up and left. And you can tell that the girls don't really see it for Erin because nobody got up to like chase after her or to like console her or to be like, Erin, no, wait, don't go. It was legit like, yeah, no. Like, bye, Erin. It was like, no, wait, don't go. No, don't. Like, they really was just like chuck the deuces and like just left. I was like, dang. Like, just dipped out. And so she left, and that's how the episode ended. I am curious to see who is going to be cool before the reunion because I think I saw Andy tweet out, like, give me your questions for the reunion. Because right now it seems like Erin might be on an island by herself, but judging by the mid-season trailer, it looks like Uba and Erin gonna have beef. Uba and Sai might have some issues, and then Sai and Bryn ain't gonna be cool because Sai looked pissed when Bryn brought up like saying something on camera, and it rubbed her. And you could tell Sai was irritated, like she was mad. So I wonder how it's gonna go in. But yeah, y'all, that is it. That is all. Remember to be bravely authentic and hop down in them comments below. Deuces.